I'm not helping my cause because I'm getting distracted by kitties. I'm not helping my cause, but it's a kitty, yeah. Mew, helping.
You can't live here. You can't.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Go DI Yourself. I'm Nami and today we are going to be making a lap desk. Not just any lap desk though. This is going to be a Snoopy and Woodstock themed lap desk. Now you're probably telling yourself that this isn't really my style personally. You're not wrong, but it is the style of my 87-year-old Aunt Eileen, who is basically the coolest person in the whole world. Her birthday is actually today. I finally got the stuff in though, so I gotta put this bad boy together as soon as possible to get my aunt her birthday gift. So this is the first time I will have ever used a hand sander. After my last little debacle with hand sanding that corkboard, I'm done with that crap. So I got one of these little guys. I'm very excited. It's got a handle small enough for my small hands. I'm also being a ding-dong because I forgot to cover my face. I'll be right back. I love it how at least once every video I get to look like a thief from an old Western film, a bank robber. So this is going to be the underside, so honestly, I'm not too terribly upset about having to pull off little pieces of the composite board. Mostly, I desperately do not want her to reach out here and hurt herself. Smooth on all the edges, round on all the corners. I'm pretty pleased with that. I don't give a crap when anybody else ever said I love geometry. So, on the underside of the lap desk board, I'm going to be gluing on each side, very slightly underneath, these little square dowely things. Mostly because I want something to actually staple the fabric to. So I want this little bit of a lip to actually have something to staple them into, but that means that I have to measure them, get them on the underside of this board.
So we're at 11.5 inches, correct?
We are at 11.5 inches. I want to make sure that I have a teeny weeny lip. I don't want a ton of a lip. So for starters, I'm gonna kind of get an idea of what sort of lip I'm really looking at here. I don't want much. I'm not looking for a ton of space. I just want a little bit of leeway if I can have it. I'm not going to make this like super precise science. I'm just gonna kind of fudge it a little bit.
Peter Brown, we need clamps.
I need so many clamps. Yeah, about a half a centimeter in on each side. couple of minutes, do another coat, and then wait an hour and apply some clear coat. Putting clear coat on the lap desk in hopes that it's going to even out some of the little imperfections in the surface, so it's going to be easy enough for her to write on. I got to put at least 3 coats on it, and about 30-second gap in between. All the coats need to be light and thin so that you don't wind up with sagging or bubbling or like big globby bits that are going to mar the surface. There, that's much better. So we want a little bit more fabric than we have board, just so that it creates like a nice little pillow underneath. And ideally, we want that pillow to be thick enough such that these sides aren't going to actually knock against somebody's legs, because that's not comfy. That is not comfy. So I'm thinking that this should be sufficient. So we're going to do 5 inches on each side, and that should give us enough space to stuff the pillow underneath. Yeah, buddy. Here you go.
As always, are we?
Yeah. As you can tell, these are not like real fabric scissors. Someday I'll invest in a pair of those. They're fairly important.
Ta-da!
Alright, so here we are. I am going to make sure that I have it marked on the back where my ends cut off. This is basically so that I know where I need to end when I'm actually taping it down. But you're going to need this measurement from this underside lip. That's going to be what you reference for your measurements here. You want them dead center on each side. Technically 5 1/4 inches, because that's about where that lip sits underneath. And that's mostly just that I have a guidepost for when I'm doing this to know about where it should meet up with the board. Using this as a guide, I'm going to apply hot glue here and then gently press this into the side, followed up by staple. Alright, so this has got to be kind of quick. Would you mind holding this, sir? So, Devin's going to hold this for me. Sorry, Devin.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Devin. You might be saying to yourself, that's going to be kind of ugly. Well, I have a plan for that too, don't you worry. Probably going to use a billion staples on this. There we are. Side one. Yay! It's not going anywhere. Again for the other side. Alright, and we're gonna staple again. Now on to the sides. What we're gonna do is one full side, and then we're gonna do part of the other side so we have the opportunity to fill the pillow underneath. And it's hot. Oh my god, it's a hot glue gun. It's hot. Yay. Crafting with Nami is a little bit like taking your life in your own hands, really. And then sort of origami this last flap into place like that.
Muscle Beach.
Alright, same deal. However, we're gonna hold off. We gotta fill this bad boy. Yay, look at that. We're almost done. Woo! So, well, I had to go out and buy buy this stuff. It's actually kind of fun. I kind of want to fill a kiddie pool with this and put on a dinosaur costume and roll around in it for a while. I'm not going to do that though. I'm going to fill up Aunt Eileen's lap desk with this stuff and see how it goes. Aha! Oh my god! I finally found a use for our gravy boat. I don't think we ever used this. I like the idea of using a gravy boat. Best use of gravy boat ever. No, actually no. You know what? This is perfect because let me tell you a thing about Aunt Eileen. Aunt Eileen loves gravy more than anybody else in the world that I've ever met. It's like a thing with her. So it's all very appropriate and I feel pretty good about it. So be mindful when you're filling up the pillow of the lap desk. You don't want it like super heavy. It needs to kind of be loosely packed and have the ability to move around a little bit. You don't want it to like be stuffed all the way to the gills because it needs to have some ability to actually conform to somebody's legs, right? So don't overstuff it because then it becomes weirdly wobbly. Part of the reason you have the filling in here is so that it balances itself properly on somebody's lap, not making the person conform to it. All right, last bit of hot glue coming on up. Yeah.
Now, before you staple it, we should double check the stuffing.
Yup. Oh my god, it's like you have ESPN and you read my mind. You're amazing. Almost done, Devin. Oh. No. My bugs. It's like Mr. Oogie Boogie. Spartacus!
Of course. Buddy,
You're being a butthole.
he's underneath the island. Yo.
You're rude. You're rude.
I love you anyhow. So I'm gonna hit at about center point on this side. And this is just so like the staples aren't hanging out all over the place because that doesn't look pretty. When you're trying to make a present. So here it is in all of its lap desky glory. The final test.
Gotta
is gonna
place
be
it in your lap.
Once Aunt Eileen places it in her lap. That honor is hers. It's her birthday.
Alright, alright. I just wanted to make sure it worked.
It does. It does. I'm pretty pleased with how this came out. I made a couple of miscalculations along the way. The bottom is a lot more solid than what she was working with. The thing that she actually had was super sad. But not only is it a pretty decent lap desk, it's got Snoopy and Woodstock, and she loves that. That's all I really needed to do was to make my aunt smile. I'm pretty sure this will do it.
I was wondering why the car always had window shield wipers.
Yeah, that's why. Because, you know, when you're putting together a gift for somebody, you don't want your tissue to go flying all over the parking lot. People just haven't gotten inventive enough, I don't think. I really hope she likes it. All right, here we are. It's in a bag, yay! Let's go see Aunt Eileen. Hey, Aunt Eileen. Aunt Eileen? I got something for you.
What do you have? What do you got?
I have a belated birthday gift.
My birthday gift. Oh, that. Oh, that's all right. Oh, Warren, that is beautiful. That is so nice. Oh my goodness, but look at that. You got that material, huh?
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
They had a few different ones, but that one I like the best. I think everybody likes Snoopy.
They got something else in here?
Yeah, you do.
Oh my
Another thing right here.
goodness.
Pretty sure you can guess what that is too.
Thank you very much. I can always eat the candy.
I know you can.
Oh, that is nice. And I can throw the other one out.
Yeah, it's the same exact size as your other one.
Oh, that other one has got all this other stuff. Oh, you gonna take a picture of me?
I'm recording.
Oh my God! Did you get one? How did you? What'd you
I
do?
made this.
You made this? Did
Yeah, I made that.
you? Oh my God! That's beautiful, huh? Oh my God! Oh, that's beautiful. It really is.
Made with plate. I love you.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Oh, you did a beautiful job. You really did.
I'm glad you like it. As you can see, this lap desk has seen better days. It's got a pretty messed up top, and a bunch of digs and marker marks and such, and not much for padding on the back. So this probably doesn't feel so good on the top of Aunt Eileen's knees. So we made her a new one, and I'm glad she likes it. It's very exciting. So now this guy is going to be retired. Worked very hard over the course of the past few years for her, but it's time to say goodbye.